Hello everyone, today we'll be talking about the Crusades.
The Crusades were started when Christians found Muslims in the Holy Land and wanted to purge them with steel and faith.
So the Pope gave people the idea that if they fought in the Crusades, they get a spot in heaven and be relieved of past sins.
So people and knights came from across the land to fight, and they then assembled and walked across the Holy Land. And as the Crusaders prepared to attack, the Muslims wondered, what was this crusade?
Turned out the Crusade was a massive military campaign starting in 1096 to take the Holy Land from the Muslims. After, they decided to take more of the land from the Muslims just because. They wanted the Holy Land because they believed that Jesus died there. The Muslims wanted it because they believed Muhammad ascended there.
Okay.
The Christians pushed deep into the Holy Land and were overwhelmed by the splendor and advancements of the Muslims.
This caused a huge exchange of culture. Crusaders brought back to Europe much knowledge about science and medical advancement, such as they started to use actual medical means instead of bloodletting and amputation. They also started to construct some universities and schools. The Europeans started to catch up with the Muslims. With their knowledge, a new age came to pass.
You say you skip first, right? Oh no, you have to say the first part because the rest is gonna done. If I do the first part and then you do the other part, so just say one day from so that's the first part.
The Renaissance. The Renaissance was when God became less powerful, seen as less of a way of life and more as like a side thing, yeah. Once God lost power, human potential increased. Humans were no longer tied down by the strings of God and were free to advance and create new things that made life easier, such as the printing press. The Crusades were not the only thing to start the Renaissance. There's many other things that caused the Renaissance on its way, including
The Silk Road and the Black Death. The Europeans joined the Silk Road after the Crusades, and it brought new goods and ideas. Well, among them was the Black Death, but we'll get to that later. These goods helped European inventors prosper and create many new inventions. But the Silk Road didn't only bring ideas and materials. It was also a good supply of exotic foods for royalty and those who could afford it. With the knowledge of trade, the Europeans went across the seas to seek new trade partners.
Now on to the Black Death. The Black Death, also known as a plague, helped start the Renaissance by reducing the belief in God. People thought that God would save their families from death, but the plague proved them wrong. Their families died, and with them, their belief in God. With their belief in God being stripped away from them, they started to believe in science, knowledge, and themselves. This caused an unstoppable stream of inventions and ideas.
Tell me to stop and then go and stop. Because if I increase it, it's gonna get to the time. If I decrease it, it's gonna already be a little.
So the Crusades was significant. You may be wondering why this is all significant. We will be telling you why. So the Crusades was significant because without the Renaissance, they would have happened because the Europeans wouldn't have gotten any ideas or resources or trade from the Muslims. And the Renaissance, the Europeans wouldn't have arts, inventions, and would still be bloodletting, and God would still be the center of the world.
And without any art, inventions, or progress, Europe may still be a country of uneducated, illiterate people, scared to leave their villages for fear of outlaws. As you can see, the Crusades, the Renaissance, and trade played a huge role on shaping modern-day Europe. Without any of that, Europe wouldn't have any tourism, and it would be chaos. Next time, we'll be talking about the scientific revolution. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you in the next one.
Bye!